Okay.
So Rob and Laura are back after being in San Quentin death row for several hours. And who did you guys end up speaking to?
So we saw David Carpenter, who's the trailside killer. So in the 1970s, he killed female joggers in San Francisco area.
And apparently he's the oldest serial killer still alive in the country.
Yeah.
He's been on death row for 40 years. He's escaped death row a couple times because of the changes in laws with Newsom. You talked a little bit about that. I asked him, one of the questions I asked him, I go, how have you lasted so long inside this prison? And his answer was, only the good die young.
Yeah.
He told us about his case and how he is innocent and how he was basically framed by his friends.
Yeah.
So,
Well, don't they all say they're innocent?
yeah. And he's at 93 or 94, he's still hopeful to get an appeal to get out. He's working with an attorney. I don't know how likely that is. They are moving him soon to another facility because the San Quentin behind us right now is turning into a rehabilitation center. Governor Newsom's changing over that, spending something $280 million to convert this over to a rehabilitation center. And so all the death row inmates are all going to be scattered all over California. And Laura, you're telling me that they're all pretty scared about that.
Very scared. They know they're going to die on main line, especially the serial killers. But with Carpenter especially, he's going to go out first wave, so I'm down to the wire to get his unsolved.
How many unsolved cases do you think there are connected to him?
From what I heard today, I would say 8.
Yeah.
So there's probably 8 victims out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. He said he's innocent, but all his alibis are dead. So that's why he says he's still in.
Yeah, but his alibis were alive.
That's true for a long time. That's true.
Yeah. He said that when we were talking to him.
Yeah.
His dad died 84. His trial was 81 when he was arrested.
So he's never admitting that he did these things.
He hasn't yet.
He told us that he accidentally almost killed someone in his first crime. So I don't know how that happens. Accidentally almost killed him.
He accidentally stabbed him. No,
exactly. So it was an interesting feeling being locked in the cage with it was like a 4x6 cage. So now I have a better perspective of what Laura goes through.
And you got to see Chester Turner.
I got to see Chester Turner. He was in the cage next to us. Huge man. He's got to be at least 6'4", 6'5", 300 plus pounds.
Yeah.
And what were you thinking about, Cindy, when we were in there?
I was worried because you never know what can happen in the cage. I mean, if you're in a cage with a killer, you have no idea how they're going to react to seeing you.
Yeah.
You know, you're a new person coming in the cage with her. She's been doing this for so long. You have no idea what can happen. Anything can happen.
Yeah.
So I was a little...
And they do not come in to save you. If something were to happen in the cage, they have to wait for the guards to come down, padded up to open the cage because they cannot endanger everybody in the prison. So even if you're getting attacked, you're stuck in that cage with them.
Yeah. Has that ever happened? Anything close like that happened?
I've had the alarms go off, but...
But nothing where no one was going to try to hurt you?
Not, knock on wood.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, except for we know who.
Exactly. And we also, do we want to talk about someone you're meeting later this week that you're not going to go in the cage with?
Should we say his name? That's who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I don't know if we should say his name yet.
No, let's wait.
I think
Okay.
We should
Well, we'll let you know what happens.
I still need to have my interviews because I'm still trying to do an extraction of many, many more missing victims and bodies that he has.
Okay. Well, we can talk about...
I don't want him to get tipped off.
Okay. Well, we're not going to tip him off, but I doubt he's going to be able to see this. But we're not going to say his name.
Followers. They have their groupies.
They have the groupers. Yeah, groupies. Yeah. I was supposed to go also meet with someone who gives Laura information on death row inside, but that got nixed in the bud because I wasn't on the list. So they had to take me out of the cage. I got the guy a cheeseburger and some food, and he couldn't even eat it, so we had to throw it out. So it's a bizarre feeling in that death row cage because they're all stacked up next to each other, and you can bring food in there, but the food comes from these awful looking vending machines that are against the wall, and you have to, like a hamburger that's in a vending machine.
Like 1970.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But anyway.
And tomorrow I have Michael Gargiulo, the Hollywood Ripper.
Yes. Tell us a little bit about him.
So he's infamous for killing Ashton Kutcher's girlfriend, but he's being extradited back to Illinois, where he killed an 18-year-old girl named Trish.
Wow.
So they're going to be taking him from San Quentin to Illinois for a new trial. But he murdered 3 girls in Los Angeles and it attempted with 1.
How many victims of his do you think are still out there?
From what I've gathered.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So we're here for the whole weekend. We'll be giving you live
work.
updates, a lot of work. Cindy hopefully is going to be able to get in the cage.
She doesn't want to go.
She doesn't want
I
to.
don't know if I need to.
You don't need to go?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think I can live vicariously
Okay.
through you guys.
Yeah, when they said you have jeans on, she's like, okay,
I'm
bye.
all right, bye.
She's like, all right,
see
you can
ya."
go in. I'm out. All right. All right. So tune in. We'll be back.